Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Joyeux Noël, Felix Natalis. I am giving you this little voiceover over the video that I made a few years ago before Christmas as I drove around our parish boundaries and blessed all of the towns with the Blessed Sacrament. I simply want to say before I start this message that I recorded about 2 weeks ago, I simply want to say how grateful I am, and I know Father Cardenas and Deacon Tom and Deacon Joe are, to get to serve all of you, that we get to allow Christ to be made present on the altar and through the sacraments and through our community, and He is made present in you. And it is always a joy to see Jesus' face reflected back from yours. As we began Advent, I meditated on the Sacred Heart of Jesus beating within His body as He was in the womb of the Blessed Virgin Mary, underneath her maternal heart. And now that heart, that love, is made manifest. And so what follows is an invitation to an event, and the event is all about Jesus. So I hope that you will take it to heart and begin planning ahead of time. It's going to give a lot of glory to Christ, and I am so blessed to be united to the heart of Jesus with all of you. Cor unum. God bless. Know of my prayers for you and your families, and especially for those of you who are separated from your family by distance, by death, or by difficulty. And know that we continue to keep all of you in mind. Hola, feliz Navidad a todos. Este mensaje que sigue es un mensaje que anuncia algo que vamos a tener en junio. La meta de esto es para alabar y para honrar el Sagrado Corazón. Gracias a todos por ver eso, y que sepan que de parte del Padre Cárdenas, de Deacon Tom y de Deacon Joe, estamos muy felices para ser sus ministerios, para ser sus sacerdotes y sus diáconos, y rezamos por todos, especialmente las familias que están separados por distancia, por muerte o por otra causa. Dios les bendiga y feliz Navidad.
Hey everybody, I am standing in an unknown location in the woods randomly. I won't tell you where I am. Maybe someday I will. But anyway, here's a little bit of a backstory. And before I give you this backstory, I'm going to let you know I'm doing okay. God's blessing me. And so several years ago when I went on a retreat, I did a meditation with what would you do if you were given a year to live, and then 6 months, and then 3 months. And as I walked through that meditation, God surprised me, and I realized that what I would do is I would completely use that moment to bring a bunch of people to come and worship Jesus in the Eucharist and praise and adore Him, almost like trick them, you know. And so that sat on my heart for a while. And then this past summer, I went to Damascus. And one of the things that the Lord did was He reminded me that we often have this almost like orphan spirit that asks too little of God. It's too small. Actually, the reading for this coming Sunday reminded me of that, where Isaiah comes to the king of Israel, Ahaz, and he says, ask as big or as you want. And Ahaz, with this false piety, says, I will not ask, I will not tempt the Lord. And so I discovered that in my heart, and I think a lot of us as Catholics, we have that spirit, that false poverty or that orphan spirit that asks too little. And so the Lord told me, ask big. and I was thinking about next year, 2026, and I thought, oh, I'm turning 40. What can I do? And then this idea came back to me. Again, I'm not dying, don't worry. And I was like, no. And then the Lord was like, ask big. So I actually crafted an email to a few parishioners, and I let it sit because, again, this spirit kept coming back to me. And then finally I said, this is what I got to do. Some people held me accountable, and this is what I did. I said, I don't know what this idea is. It's just a big idea, and what I'm good at is big ideas, and then other people take care of the details. I'm really blessed with that. And so I said, can we just put together, I don't care who does it, who's the singer, who's the person who helps us with this, but can we put together a time of praise and worship and invite as many people as possible, have it in the new gym, glorify God. And as I did that, somebody responded, somebody who was really generous, and they're bringing in a really amazing singer who's well known, who's going to do a lot of beautiful, like awesome praise and worship. But also other things came in line. So one of my classmates who I know, who is the Lord has also put this on his heart, that God is asking him to ask for big things. In other words, to pray for miracles, to pray, and who has been involved and got to witness the Lord do a lot of amazing miracles. I'm inviting him and trying to invite some priests as well. So that it's a time to, I'm calling it Sacred Heart Fest. We're going to call it Sacred Heart Fest, a time to renew our consecration to Jesus in the Sacred Heart, but also to let him, Jesus, who is the Son, his whole purpose of coming is to open up the whole horizon of God's love to us, so that we can be renewed in our commitment, or our trust that God the Father doesn't want to hold anything back, that he wants to pour out his love. And so that's what this is going to be about. So I asked Big, and now I'm asking all of you to set aside June 20th. It's going to be, so we're going to have 4:30 Mass, and then everything following that. And I promise you that if you pray for this, and if you think about all the things in your life that maybe you think, well, God maybe has forgotten about this, or can't change this, or these are things I want to let go or abandon to the Lord, or these are things I want to ask of the Lord. Don't be like Ahaz. Be like Isaiah. Be like the Blessed Virgin Mary, who believed and who trusted. And this is going to be amazing. So set aside June 20th, and it's going to be awesome. So thanks. God bless.